Hey guys, how's it going? Back again with another video, and today we're gonna try to fix some oil disappearing issues that I'm having on my car, on my O2 Maxima, the VQ35. I'm having some oil disappearing. My oil is disappearing, and I could be burning some oil. I don't know, maybe. But one thing I know for sure is that my valve covers are leaking. My valve covers are leaking very bad. So the plan for this video is to replace my valve cover gaskets and try to solve, the leaks on my valve covers. Once we do that and I'm still having some oil issues, then I'll know it's something else. But for today, all I want to do is just replace my valve cover gaskets. As far as the valve cover itself, I replaced it a couple of months ago, but it's still leaking. I don't know why the hell it's leaking, so we're just gonna do it over again and replace just the gaskets. I got better gaskets this time around. I think the first time I did it, I got cheaper gaskets, so I got a better gasket this time around. So that's what we're gonna be doing in this video. Let's get to it. I don't know where I'm gonna begin. Maybe I'll just start with the front cover, replacing the front gasket first, and then I'll move on to the back. So let's start taking off the engine cover and let's start taking things apart. Alright, so let's pull out the poverty my poverty toolbox right here. What am I looking for? I keep telling you guys I need a toolbox. I need someone to sponsor me, get me a toolbox so I can stop using a plastic bag, because that's not fun at all. This is not fun at all. Let's see, what am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. God damn it. Okay, 10 deep socket. Let's take these off. Okay, engine cover is off. Let's put that aside. Okay. Alright, so now let's get ignition coils out of the way. That's a 10 as well. Okay. Let's unplug these bad boys. Sweet. Oh well. So 1, 2, 3. Set them aside. Now we need a plier. Where's the goddamn plier? I hope this camera is recording anyway. Okay. Get those tabs out of here. Let's take this guy off. Take that guy off. Think we're gonna need an extension. Let's use this. Use the spark plug extension to get the bolts here, there, 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 think it's about 10 of them. All right, so this is the loosening sequence. I printed this out. You can find this everywhere on the internet. This is the loosening sequence for the bolts, and that's the tightening sequence. I think the loosening sequence is important if you want to use the same gasket. If you're gonna use the same gasket, then you need to follow the loosening sequence. But if you're not, then you can just loosen it, anyhow you want. I think the loosening sequence is just so you don't destroy the gasket. But that gasket is already gone anyway, so we'll see. All right. Okay. So anyway, let's still follow it. We're gonna start with this guy. Okay, we should be able to get this out of here. We need to do some cleaning, and we should be able to, and we should be good to go. We just need to do some cleaning. Okay. So from what I'm hearing, from what people are telling me, the secret to not having this thing leak again is to go really heavy on the RTV silicone. At least that's what everyone keeps saying. So I'm really gonna go heavy on the silicone, on the corners. Because usually that's where it seems to leak. It seems to leak around this spot, that spot, this spot, and that spot. So, important piece of information. I remember everyone kept saying you need to get OEM gaskets, because all gaskets are not the same. Some are much better than others. So like this one, this was not OEM, and I don't know what to think about this, but let me show you what I got. I tried to find an OEM valve cover gasket, but I couldn't find one, so I went with this brand, Aristic. It was cheap anyway, so I don't know how good this is gonna be either. But I noticed something really important. Okay, is this the right one? Yeah. Check out what I noticed. So this side of the gasket is the side that makes contact with the block of the engine, right? And this one has like a flat surface. Like the surface is really flat. And this is what I had in before, and it was leaking like crazy. Okay, so this is another one that I found, but this one has ridges on the side. Okay, so notice this one is smooth, whereas this one has some kind of ridges, lines on it. So I think this is gonna do a much better job at sealing the valve covers than this one, because this one is flat, so any oil can just seep through it very easily, whereas this one has the ridges, so the ridges can help to like seal it much better. So I don't know, fingers crossed, but I think this one is gonna be much better than this one. So the plan is to go really heavy on the corners. So here, all of here, I'm gonna go really heavy over there. Well, here not so much, but here, and especially here, I'm gonna put a lot over here. Also here I might add a little bit, here also a little bit, here a little bit. So yeah, let's start with here. Okay. Slide this guy back in. Okay. Okay, so this is the tightening sequence for this guy. We're gonna start here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. So we're done with the front valve cover gaskets. The cover is on. Now we're gonna move on to the back. The back is much more complicated because obviously you gotta pull this. You gotta take the intake money out. You gotta take out the intake manifold to reach the valve cover in the rear. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so to take the intake manifold off, there's like two really stubborn bolts in the back over here, and that's that's basically the hardest part about taking this whole thing off. Like taking that bolt, there are two 12mm bolts in the back over here. So once you're able to get that off, that's a good sign that we should be able to take everything else off. So let's try to get that. It's in the back here somewhere. Okay. Actually, why am I using a breaker bar? Let's get that 3/8. I don't know what these Nissan engineers, what kind of crack they were smoking when they decided to put the screw in the back, the bolt in the back over there, because it was a bad, oh my god. It makes this, taking this thing off so much harder than it should. Yep. Alright. Let's put it here. Alright, there's a whole bunch of bolts, so we're just gonna start pulling all of them off. And hopefully we're gonna remember where everything is supposed to go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. No, that's 12. This, what is this for? Evap service port. Okay, some evap nonsense. Let's get it out of here. Okay, we have one connection right here. I think this is the warm, this is the coolant for the throttle body. The coolant to warm the throttle body. Let's go. Okay, good. Ooh, we got some coolant. Uh-oh. Okay, we spilling coolant. Okay, let's put it here. So apparently there's like a mod where people kind of like put a valve on this thing so they can open and close it. And apparently if you close it, you can gain some horsepower, because like the coolant is used to warm the throttle body. But if you don't need it, like maybe in summer, you could just cut it off, so you don't have to like warm your throttle body, and in turn your air is gonna be cooler. Well, that's the logic behind it, but I never tried it, so I don't know. If anyone has tried it, let us know. Let us know if it's worth it. All right, let's get this guy. What the fuck was that? Oh. You know, every time I see my throttle body, I always want to touch it. I just want to touch it. I'm just so tempted to touch it. But if you touch it with your hands, bad things are gonna happen. Okay, so we got these hoses out of the way. There's a few more hoses over there. God damn it. And there's this guy. Oh shit. How am I gonna get this clip? Okay, let's try this. to get these bolts. Let's see, what are they? Are they 12? Well, let's get the deep socket. What's this? It's a 14. Can someone send me a goddamn toolbox, please? I will greatly appreciate it. Okay, that's a 12. Let's use the brake. Let's see. Good. Oh. Is it coming out? I smell gas. Okay, I think we forgot one other connection. What is this? Okay, I think this is the return line for the coolant. Yep, that's the return line for the coolant. I was expecting to find oil in here, but it looks like there's no oil in here. It's just gas. It reeks of gas. Is that wait, how does this work? Is there supposed to be gas in here? I don't know. Someone educate me, because it really reeks of gas. Well, alright, so this guy, it's recommended that you change this every time you pull the motor, but I'm just gonna use the same thing because I literally replaced this like a couple of months ago. When I did the valve covers the first time a couple of months ago, I also replaced this. So this is basically new, so I'm just gonna reuse the same thing. It should be fine. It doesn't have a lot of miles on it, so it should be fine. So this is our rear valve cover. Let's see how bad the leak is. Oh boy, this is bad. This is really bad. The oil is literally dripping out. Okay. You can see it's leaking. The oil is leaking everywhere. It's leaking onto the motor mounts. It's leaking onto part of the transmission. Yeah, that's no good. That's no bueno. That's not good at all. Anyway, let's start pulling things off. My waist is fucking hurting, bro. No wonder mechanics be charging so much money. Cause they waist be hurting. That's what it is. This shit will give you a lot of waist pain. Alright. Rear? Where's the rear? Okay, this is the rear. Oh, this is the rear one. Taking it off is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's get it. Let's put this here so I keep stuff touching it. Alright. Alright. Again, I'm gonna go really heavy on the corners. Even heavier than the front. Because it would suck to have to do this over again. Fucking mess.
Alright guys, thanks for making it this far into the video. My camera actually died before I could finish, but I was able to put everything back together, and so far so good. The car is running well, and there's no more leaks at the valve covers, but I'm gonna keep monitoring it to see, fingers crossed, to see if that's gonna change. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace out.